Alright, picking up where we left off a little bit. So, got the transmission in. So the 4T80 is in. Sorry I didn't shoot any videos over that. I was a little bit busy trying to get it all in. I have started routing the feed and return lines for the transmission. So the return side is pretty good. So I just used the same hard line that was cut off, and then I just used a pipe cutter and then got a 3/8 solid AN to 6 AN conversion kit or conversion piece right here. So it's for this hard line, and then it converts it to 6 AN, and then I'm gonna route that all the way around to the front. And then on this side I have a 6 AN fitting that adapts to the transmission side. I don't remember the exact thread pitch and everything on that, but same concept though. I have a 6 AN, where'd it go? Down here. Got a 6 AN line, probably can't see it, hard line to 6 AN. Should work out pretty well. So yeah, next step I want to throw the engine in, but before I got to throw the engine in, I wanted to rewire a few things. So normally the coil packs on the W body sits up front right here, but moving the engine forward, and then also with this intake manifold that I have, so the Camaro intake, I already shifted it so far forward that it was almost touching the radiator, and I could barely get a 7mm to get this nut off. So I took a Camaro bracket that normally keeps the harness over here, and I mounted it to a hole down here on the head, technically right in between the head and the lower intake manifold. I had to shave down the bolt a little bit to get it to thread through, but that mounts pretty solid, and then it holds these fairly solid as well. So then I had to reroute some of the wiring a little bit. So normally, if you guys have ever played with this, normally the crank position sensor and the cam position sensor route up and around to the front. However, I'm routing it around to the back, so there's a nice little tab right here. Got a zip tie on that. It goes behind, I moved it behind that sensor coming along here. So it's going to be interesting with the power steering pump. That might get in the way of this, but luckily it kind of goes towards, or goes away from this side. And if you look at it straight on, you can kind of see the ring outline of where the power steering pump sits, and then route that up to back here. And then I had to split out the harness. So normally this right here is normally like connected way back here. I had to split that out because I'm going to have to probably split out the front as well and just do a nice little wire tuck. So it's not going to be the best looking wire tuck, but I'm going to move most of the wires to the back side of the engine. It might look pretty clean, but we'll see how it turns out. A couple other things I did. So I had to lop off just a little bit of the engine block on the backside because I just cut through this bolt hole. We knew that that's going to stick out too far and hit the 4T80. The other thing is I had to eliminate this knock sensor. I believe it's just a 1/4 NPT thread, pipe thread. Put that into there. I'm going to play around with the oil feed and the oil pressure sensor. I originally had it sticking straight out, but I think that's going to run into this bigger transmission. But we can play around with that when it's in the car. I believe that's it. Next step is to throw this back into the engine bay. Alright guys, motor is in with the 4T80. So cut that off a little bit short at the end just because it was fighting it to just get it wiggled down onto the mounts, but very tight on this side to the rail with the oil filter. So just a heads up there. It's probably easier to go in from the bottom with these. And then the other thing is factory bolts don't quite make it. Well, it does now, but I'm gonna go get just a hair bit longer of a bolt just because the it seems like the boss on this one is just a little bit thicker on the 4T80. But yeah, got her pretty darn close, got her on the dowels, got her on the mounts, so getting closer to wrapping this project up. See you guys next time.